G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing today on this? Look at it, not a cloud in sight, mate. It's a good day. And I'm heading off to work right now, and it made me think of the ultimate topic, and that topic of the day is, does commuting to anywhere on your bike ruin them? As in, not ruin the bike itself in terms of maintenance and stuff like that, I mean just in general. Does riding it to work ruin the experience? Does it ruin the joy? Does it make you cringe? And it's just suck the soul out of the passion of riding bikes. Now, I mean, it depends on what you're doing, I suppose. If you're riding in Germany and you have to take the Autobahn to work, I suppose, and you're going 300 k's down to work every day, I don't think you'd get bored of that one, let's be honest. That's just not going to happen. It's impossible. It can't be done. But if you're commuting everywhere in heavy traffic, I still don't even think then, personally, that the bike would experience be tainted, because when you're riding in heavy traffic and you're watching all the cars get stuck, mate, you got a big shit-eating grin as you're watching them, as you're just flying past. Maybe if you're stuck every day going a really, really long commute and you're a real stickler and you're following the law to the T, maybe then, all right, I can understand. If you're doing a 60, 70 kilometer journey every day, or a 100 kilometer journey every day, and all you're doing is just going the speed limit and it's an 80 zone or something along those lines, I could see it potentially getting a little boring. Although I personally would still prefer to take the bike every single time, unless it's pissing down the rain. Because the joys of a bike are obviously keeping it as a hobby, taking it out when you want to experience the weather, going out with the boys, stuff like that, you know, nothing crazy. Wouldn't want to be breaking any laws now, would we? But when you're on the bike going to work every day, you're stuck following the law, you're doing what everyone's doing, you're stuck going slow, you're not really enjoying the best part of biking, alright? Does that ruin it? To me, no, it does not, and never will, alright? Riding the bike to me it's a whole different experience that just can't be beaten by cars. It wakes you up, it keeps you nice and alert. The adrenaline can always get a nice rush because of the way people, you know, drive. Keeps it exciting, most definitely. There's a bike that's going to be passing very soon. Now, when you're in a car, obviously you're protected from the elements. You've got air conditioning, your music's a lot different. But when you're on a bike, you've got music. It's not the same. But, you know, when you're in a car, it's just, everything's so muted and comfortable. Sure, if you've got a cruiser, it can be comfortable, but it's not the same level of comfort. You know what I mean? Well, there it is. That looked a little bit nice. Don't know what that was. Didn't get a good enough look at it, but I did say there was a bike coming by. Now, obviously, everyone has a different opinion. Some people refuse to take their bike even as a commuter thing because they just don't like ruining the bike. And that's another thing. Imagine buying a bike and just shelving it until, like, it's a sunny day. Be like, I don't really want to put too many miles or kilometers on it, mate. I've had this bike for 2 years. I've got 17,000 clicks on it. I refuse to let it sit hiding away in the garage. She was bought to be used. Well, evidently this guy thinks not. And use it I shall. Mate, I didn't buy this thing to look at it for a sunny day. Alright, I bought it to ride it in basically every condition. Hello there, mate. People don't know how to drive on this road. Now, I think taking the bike as a commute to work, if you have a job you don't enjoy, at least you can go to work with a smile on your face. And if you're in a rush, by golly, you'll get there on time. Now, riding a bike is obviously, it's a passion thing, so why not enjoy your passions as much as you possibly can? Don't sully it because you got to go to work and think, oh, commuting sucks. Sure, traffic sucks, but it sucks way worse in a car, and that's a fact. I mean, you can't do things like this in a car. Bikes were made to go through lanes. You got people like in front of me who try and block you off at the last possible second, but just wait, he'll try, and then I'm just gonna just a little skedoodle into here. And now, bam, you're in front of the traffic again, and just like that, mate, your day's not so bad. Look at us, we've got another cloud to look at, not too many cars ahead of us. Sure, we'll get work, but guess what? I enjoy my job, so I'm not too fussed, actually. And you can make noises like that on the way to work. Now, if you have a race car or a project car that's actually running, we know that doesn't happen too often, but God forbid if you are the 1% that has actually managed to get their project car working, why wouldn't you drive it to work all the time? Oh, mate, see, look at this. Just straight through, like it's nothing. And just like that, mate, you're ahead of everyone again. Oh, it's wonderful. Why would you neglect the ability that you have to do such things? If you're not riding your bike to work because you think commuting sucks, you're missing the point of riding. And you just, oh mate, you need to get out and enjoy your things more. You don't buy such a nice toy to look at. And if you do, you should have a second bike at that point to actually enjoy riding always. Because you get people that gun it to lights like that and make you have a little bit of a hey, calm down, chief moment. And if you're not, well then you're just not riding enough, because that's just a standard procedure. Mate, I'm telling you, bike riding is supposed to be a fun thing you enjoy all the time and not just reserved for your fun weekends. You should be hopping on this thing as much as possible. I'm looking at you, Hugh. My boy who has 2 motorcycles in his garage but no time or, you know, effort to ride them. Honestly, mate, pull your head in. I know you're going to comment here, mate. You bloody sausage, you. Anyway, boys and girls, what I'm getting at is you should absolutely get on the bike as much as you possibly can. This man ahead of us got the right idea. Sunny days obviously breed all the riders, because why wouldn't you get out on such a day like this? But I'm telling you, don't let that piece of bike rust off in your shed, mate. You should be riding, you should be getting on it. Grab the reins, slap that bitch, make her go fast, and get to work 5 minutes early, or in some cases 20 minutes early. That's the best part about it. Riding a bike, it's not just a commute thing, man. No matter when you do it, hey, little 390. Riding a bike is enjoying your hobby and passion. So why not bring it to work? It's like when you get obsessed with something, obviously you want to do it as much as possible. And then when you get a bike, you do that, and then you go, oh, I don't want to ride to work though. It's just work, mate. There are 2 kinds of riders: those who do and those who don't. And those who don't are the kind of people that put their bike up for sale in 2 or 3 years, say I ride all the time and have 4,000 kilometers on it. Oh, if you do that, mate, pathetic. If you've got a bike and you've had it for multiple years and you haven't even clocked 5 or 10,000 Ks on it, you're not riding enough, chief. You should be clocking 5,000 Ks easily within the first year. So there's my little, you know, story on that. I really do hope you boys and girls get all up in that, because we will be seeing more boys and girls on the road now that the sunny times are upon us. But I tell you what, rain or shine, chief, rain or shine. Typically not so much rain, because rain is a pain in the ass, but if it starts raining, then who cares? But if it's raining already, maybe then you can shelve the bike for the day, okay? Maybe then. There are some mornings where I'm guilty of putting the bike away, and that's when it's probably like 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, and I'm like, I don't really want to when you hop out of bed nice and warm. And some days you're like, Typically the days I'm in a hell of a rush, although the bike would negate that rush. But the point being is sometimes it's acceptable, but all the time, pull your head in, mate. You're not doing well enough. How else can you enjoy going to work and doing the old swigglies in the road? You can't do this in a car, mate, otherwise everyone just looks at you weird. Oh, but alas, you know my opinions, you know what I'm talking about. I hope you've all had a bit of a reality check and decided that maybe riding the bike is the move, because I'm looking at you, and if you're not doing it, I'm very upsetty spaghetti with you, mate. I was going to go through the middle, but I'll be a good boy. But that's all I have time for today, ladies and gents. So do get on your bike and ride it to and from work, unless you got to carry everything. And look, I understand if you're a carpenter or a fucking tradie of some kind, you can't really do that. But we're not talking about those circumstances. I'm talking about your average person with your average job that isn't bringing half a tool shop to it. Office people, restaurant people, health practitioners, stuff of those likes, mate, because we can get away with riding to work. Oh, the KFC smells good there. But that's all I have time for, kids. Do enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Take it easy, keep it cheesy, and as always, peace.